Let's take a moment to question everything, starting through the philosophical world of Marcus Aurelius, history's biggest philosophers who just happened to rule an empire while dropping wisdom bombs like they were going out of style. Think of him as the ancient world's most unlikely life coach, part Roman emperor, part self-help guru, and 100% certified philosophical badass. Picture Athens around 300 BCE. A bunch of philosophers in togas, debating life like it's the world's most intense intellectual cage match, minus the actual cages. Enter Stoicism, the original calm down bro philosophy, predating motivational posters by millennia. It's like getting a mental Swiss Army knife, but instead of a tiny corkscrew, you get resilience to handle life's daily dose of absurdity. Imagine if your life was a sitcom, and Stoicism was the scriptwriter, turning every plot twist into a lesson. Born in 121 CE, Marcus wasn't your "I'll crush you under my sandals" type of emperor. While others were out there conquering lands and throwing epic parties, Marcus was probably in a quiet corner, scribbling notes like he was on a deadline for the universe's most profound diary entry. Imagine being the most powerful person in the known world but choosing to spend your downtime on introspection. It's like opting for a book club over a gladiatorial match. He was the kind of guy who'd rather rewrite his life script than wage war, making him the ancient world's most chill ruler. Marcus's reign was like navigating the world's most chaotic obstacle course, the Antonine Plague, more like the ancient world's version of a global health crisis, but with less hand sanitizer and more prayers to the gods. Barbarian tribes at the borders, think of them as the neighbors who never leave after borrowing your lawnmower, except they want your entire garden. Yet, Marcus managed to keep his cool like he was just meditating on another Tuesday, turning the chaos of Rome into his personal Zen garden. Marcus's first life hack: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Translation: stop whining about the weather or your boss. Your brain's the boss here. Picture your thoughts like a comedy club where you're the bouncer. Sketchy thoughts trying to sneak in, boot them out. Negative thoughts trying to crash the party, not on your watch. You're the VIP in your mental nightclub. Marcus knew you could be the director of your own mental blockbuster. This isn't about just thinking happy thoughts. It's like being the CEO of your own consciousness, deciding which thoughts get office space in your mind. Neuroscience now agrees with Marcus. Your brain's like Play-Doh, moldable with consistent mental practice. It's like being your own brain's software engineer, debugging those emotional glitches, turning your mental software into the most user-friendly version of you. Aurelius was all about living in the present with an intensity that would make productivity gurus look like they're slacking off. Do not act as if you had 10,000 years to live. Death stands at your elbow, he warned, not to scare you but to wake you up. Living in the now isn't just a meditation trend, it's a jailbreak from your mind's own prison. Marcus knew most human suffering comes from overthinking the past or worrying about the future. Live in the moment, or you're just borrowing trouble from tomorrow. Acceptance in Stoicism isn't about giving up, it's about mastering the art of meh. Everything happens as it should, Marcus mused, not because he was lazy, but because he knew how to turn life's lemons into philosophical lemonade. This isn't about being a doormat, it's about being a mental ninja, using life's challenges as your personal dojo. Marcus was all about that mental flexibility, turning every curveball into a teachable moment. Stoic acceptance gets a bad rap, but it's really about using life's punches as dance moves. Marcus didn't mean to accept everything passively, he meant to reframe challenges like they're opportunities for growth. Studies show those who can do this mental gymnastics bounce back better, like having an emotional trampoline for life's falls. It's about seeing every problem as a potential plot twist in your life story. For Marcus, virtue was more than just a buzzword, it was his daily grind. If it's not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it, he advised. Which sounds easy until you're navigating the ethical maze of running an empire. Marcus's take on virtue was like installing an ethical operating system, constantly updating your moral firmware. In a world where ethics can be as clear as mud, Marcus was about living your values, not just talking about them. Marcus saw virtue not as a trophy, but as a daily practice. Wisdom, courage, justice, self-control, all in beta. In today's world of performative ethics, genuine virtue is like finding a real diamond in a sea of cubic zirconia. Marcus would probably chuckle at our shallow performativity, pushing for substance over style, integrity when no one's watching. Pondering death isn't morbid, it's Marcus's version of a life hack to make every moment count. Death wasn't a downer for him, it was a spotlight on what really matters. Modern psychologists are like, yeah, Marcus was onto something, noting that thinking about mortality makes us live more authentically, like life's a limited edition. It's about living each day like it's your last, but with the wisdom to make it count. Marcus's idea of serving the common good was ahead of its time. He knew actions had ripple effects long before the internet. Your choices aren't in a vacuum, they're like throwing stones in a pond, except instead of ripples, you're making waves of karma. Marcus was all about understanding that we're all connected in this grand human experiment. Obstacles become the way, Marcus said, turning every problem into a project. It's like being an emotional alchemist, turning lead into gold. Instead of seeing a wall, Marcus saw a door, one that might need some creative opening. His approach was to see every challenge as a chance to grow, innovate, or at least have a good laugh at life's expense. Marcus knew fame was fleeting. Soon you'll be forgotten, he wrote, not to depress, but to free from ego. Humility isn't about self-deprecation. It's about focusing on what truly counts, like being a decent human over being a legend. It's about understanding that in the grand scheme, your ego is just a tiny speck in the universe's vast tapestry. For Marcus, daily reflection was like mental hygiene. Think of it as changing the oil in your life's engine, keeping everything running smoothly. Not about beating yourself up, but giving your actions and thoughts a fair review. It's like having a daily debrief with yourself, ensuring you're on track with your life's mission. Gratitude for Marcus wasn't just about being thankful, it was a cognitive strategy against our brain's default pessimism. By focusing on the good, even in bad times, you rewire your brain to see the silver linings, turning life into a series of mini celebrations. Marcus knew that gratitude wasn't just for Thanksgiving, it was for every day, making the mundane miraculous. Marcus Aurelius wasn't just a historical figure, he was a life coach for the ages, offering a roadmap through life's chaos with humor, wisdom, and resilience. His philosophy isn't about achieving perfection, but navigating the human journey with all its quirks. So next time you're stressing, just ask, what would Marcus do? Probably take a deep breath, jot down some wisdom, and then tackle the day like he's just fixing another empire-sized problem before lunch. In a world where everyone's trying to hack life, Marcus was the OG, showing us how to live with laughter, learning, and a lot less drama. Marcus Aurelius' wisdom endures not because it was grandiose or revolutionary, but because it was profoundly human. His philosophy reminds us that true greatness is measured not in the crowns we wear or the monuments we build, but in the way we navigate the quiet battles within ourselves. In an age consumed by distractions, Marcus's words are a gentle nudge to return to the essence of what it means to live a meaningful life. At its core, Marcus's philosophy is an invitation to be present, to find joy in the simple, and to act with purpose. It's not about escaping the chaos of life, but finding peace within it. His wisdom doesn't promise a perfect life, it promises a life well lived, one where each moment is embraced for what it is, an irreplaceable part of our story. So, what can we take away from this? As you navigate your own journey, remember Marcus's timeless lessons. Lead with virtue, embrace challenges as opportunities, and live with gratitude. Let go of the need for control over the uncontrollable, and instead focus on mastering the art of your own mind. In a world that often feels overwhelming, Marcus Aurelius offers us not just a philosophy but a gift, the courage to face life as it is, with grace, resilience, and unyielding hope.